Yeah, I apologise if the audio quality is not there. I'm recording on my small camera, the G7X Mark II, so I think my big camera can rest. What can I say? Seventh thing, no one actually told me prior to my trip to Poland. I'll get straight to the nitty-gritty. But first, I think I need to complain in the most British way. Freaking bloody weather, man. I can't stand it. Yesterday was all lovely and sunshine, you know, but now it's freaking grey, depressing, typical London weather. Anyways, we move on. And what can I say? The number one thing no one actually told me prior to my trip to Poland, I'll say. Basically, the transportation, the cost of things, I'll say basically it's quite affordable. But the thing is, like, when I was jumping on the public bus, right, I think I kept buying the reduced ticket. I apologise, no matter how experienced I am, you know, sometimes I make mistake. You know, of course, not like I don't have the money, surely I have. Travelling by a bus, let's say, taking the public transportation in Poland are quite, I mean, so cheap, right? What I didn't realise, because of the language barrier, right, so when I was rushing into buses, when I saw the reduced ticket, but it wasn't, let's say, it was basically in Polish language, so I forgot to translate the screen. So before you jump on a bus, you have to get a ticket, paper ticket, and then you validate it, right? So I made a mistake. So I wasn't too let's say familiar with public transportation, especially when it comes to the buses, right? So I made a massive mistake. So yeah, I think if you ever see a reduced ticket on the public bus or tram, basically do not buy that. I think that is basically it's a discount for students and basically for locals as well. So, and if you do that, if you get caught, I think you can get into a lot of trouble. But I think I fixed my mistake at the latter stage when I was going to different cities like Poznan, Gdańsk, and of course in Krakow as well. So I fixed my mistake. So it's quite cheap. I think on a journey, especially on the tram, I think it will cost around 4 zloty, just one way trip. It's very affordable, man. So yeah, that's our mistake.
Delta lady, won't you free my soul? Send me back to Canada.
When it comes towards buying ticket, right, at the station, oh my god, if you want to be in, let's say, in a nightmare, right, attempt, if you don't know how to speak Polish, right, and basically trying to get a ticket at the station, I will recommend not to do so. Why? Because the language barrier is mad. No one, chances are when you get to the train station in any Polish city, right, it's going to be rare for you to meet someone at the counter that speaks English. It's going to be all in Polish, right? And some of them are quite nice. They'll attempt to translate through like a screen. I think yeah, it's so inconvenient. I think the best way is like to buy your ticket online, especially if you travel by train. But I'll get to that, right? So you buy your ticket online, I think you can save you all the hassle, because when you get the paper ticket, and also it doesn't translate to English. The only thing you can read, I think, is just the cities and the time, and then that's it. And basically there's not much you can do about it. If you miss your train, you just have to buy a new ticket. I'll give you one example. Basically, I went from Warsaw, I took a day trip from Warsaw to Łódź, and then on the way coming back, right, and I forgot to buy a ticket via the app. I'll put the app right there, basically. And when I went to the station, I told the lady it took forever, man. She couldn't understand me, and then she booked me for the wrong destination. So when I get to the terminal and I check the ticket, right, and then I was like, wow, this doesn't make no sense, right? It's not the same. So I have to rush back to her for us to fix it. So I was like, you know what, I think she booked me for a city that starts with W as well. So it's a city I didn't go to, but a lot of you actually recommend I should have gone there. So yeah, that's another thing. So do not buy a ticket at the station. A lot of people don't speak English, especially in the smaller cities, and also in Warsaw as well. When it comes to transportation, I can't believe it, man. I was mind blown away, man, when it comes to public transportation. No one actually told me how modern and how efficient, how cheap as well when it comes towards transportation in Poland. Absolutely, man, it's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Oh my god, you saw me, man. I think it's the best thing you can ever do. The infrastructure in Poland, in the cities, right? They have trams, they have public buses, they have taxis, or the metro, especially in Warsaw. It's well connected. Also in Krakow, and even in the worst city, I say, in my opinion, based on my trip, right, traveling across the country, you know, basically, which also have a distant public transportation in place as well. And I tell you what, I was mind blown away. And the thing is that there was no strikes compared to here. Oh my god, you travel by train here in the UK, no, you are going to be in a lot of I think you're going to be delayed, or you're going to miss your appointment or whatsoever, right? It's really sad what is happening in terms of our public transportation here, and also it's quite expensive as well in the UK if I compare that to Poland. And that's the one thing I really appreciate, man. I loved it. I think it's the best thing, man. Don't fly. Just take the train. It's comfortable. It's clean inside. They have different mode. Basically, I think it's the way. It's the best way. You can see the country with ease. Absolutely, man.
Queen of Ireland, Friday morning.
When it comes towards the food, kebab, especially kebab, no one actually told me kebab in Poland is far better than the one you will find here in the UK. Oh my god, the Polish kebab there is something else. I've been to Turkey, right? I've been to, I think Turkey is the new name now. It used to be Turkey. Of course, people still call it Turkey, but now it's called Turkey. So the kebab in Poland is the best. We have a lot of Turkish people here in the UK, but I tell you what, and the Turkish kebab you'll find here, it's not cutting it for me, man. Like the portion is not brilliant. Sometimes it tastes funny. Some kebab shop within the UK, they're all right, but the ones in Poland, they're so fancy. The presentation, and also within the kebab they put chips as well in there. And I think the best kebab I tried was in Krakow. You saw that Alibaba kebab. I love that kebab. Oh, I love those guys. Alibaba kebab, absolutely, man, gigantic. You know, basically when I saw the portion, right, I was like, nah, this is too much, man, it's too crazy, I can't finish it. But the thing is, when something is so good, it will tempt you to eat, isn't it? You will finish it no matter what, man. That's what happened to me. And I from my time in Krakow, I think I was there every single day. Just go and ask the vendor, the people that work there. I was there literally every day, man. I was cool with those guys. These guys are really cool, man. I love them guys. You know, I love the kebab. The kebab, that's the one thing I miss. But then again, it's a problem. If you eat that too much, you're gonna put on a lot of weight. So you have to be careful. You know, it's very fatty food, right? Okay, so the last three things no one actually told me about. Basically, yeah, Polish love to drink. They are obsessed with anything alcohol. They are the champions. They're tolerant. It's insane. You can't compete with them. You know, rich people like to drink, right? For me, I'm not a drinker. Really not really. But time to time, occasionally, if I'm in a mood, yeah, of course, why not? One or two drink won't kill, isn't it? So I'll go for it. But I tell you something, man. If you are a proper drinker, you want to go crazy, watch it. Because the Polish people, if you compete with them, you're going to lose, hands down. And they love vodka. They are obsessed with vodka, and it's so strong. Their alcohol in Poland there, oh, it's freaking windy. It is very, very, very strong. So do not attempt it. It's mad. Yeah, that's another thing no one actually told me. They're obsessed with their drink. So if you're like Polish alcohol, they'll come for you. If you're Brit, relax. You know, Polish people are quite strong. You know, physically, mentally, cutely. The second to last thing no one actually told me about Poland is the history. Oh my god, you saw the places I went to, man, especially in the whole towns, in every cities I've been to, whether it be in Warsaw, in Krakow, you know, in, let's say, in Poznan, in Gdansk. Basically, oh my god, I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe it. It was that special, absolutely breathtaking. The history is so old. Krakow have some fantastic history there. Oh my god, when I was doing the research, doing the documentary in Beyond Borders, I cannot believe it, man. I was mind blown away, and like there's a lot to see, and the architecture, you know, basically, it's just so beautiful, man. It's quite similar cities to city, but then again it's quite charming. Some city has a different charm to them, like, especially in Turin. I love Turin, man. I remember when I went up to the rooftop and I was looking down, I was like, wow, this city is so gorgeous. Small, but so peaceful, easy to walk around, easy to explore. That's the one thing I like about Poland as well, right? To travel within, let's say, within cities, right? It's easy to walk around, safe, you don't have to worry. It's a safe country. It's by far safer than here in the UK. American can rest today. You know, I know America, I've been bashing on America quite a lot, but it's not bashing, it's fact though. I spit the fact, isn't it? You know, so I don't really hate the American people, I just hate the way the country is run. You understand? The last thing, the seventh thing no one actually told me about, basically, Poland is actually bigger than the UK. I thought the UK is bigger than Poland. Yes and no. Okay, in terms of population wise, yes, the UK has more population, right? Because it's more international compared to Poland. It's more diverse, you know, and that's one thing I kind of like, I'll miss when I leave the UK as well. Like in Poland, yeah, it's not a lot of diversity, and but it's getting there. Of course, I saw the likes of Ukrainian and African students as well. Yeah, I think yeah, Poland in terms of size wise, it's way bigger than the UK. Okay, it's not significantly bigger than the UK, maybe 1.3 bigger or larger than the UK, right? So yeah, I think I'm gonna rest it here. So let me know if you've been to Poland, what are some of the things that you've learned throughout your time, like traveling there, or maybe if you're living there, what are you constantly learning, right? What are some of the things no one actually told you prior to your travel or your move to Poland? I would like to read through them.